What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for another round of Global Challenge in the Cadillac CTS-V. This week we're at the Nurburgring Nordschleife. Should be a lot of fun. We did put it on the front row, which is great with the detached qualifying. Very happy with my lap. I was a little bit conservative. It was a 6:51, I believe, and some change. Took it a little bit conservative because I saw the other two guys that were in my queue session had made mistakes on their lap, and so I just wanted to get a lap in. I knew Farid was like 8 seconds faster. He's in like a 6:43, and I know the fastest I can possibly go is like a 6:49, so I knew there was no chance of improving further. So just got a nice conservative lap in there. Again, could have run a little bit faster, but 6:51 I was pretty happy with. I've run like 12 or 15 laps of practice for this week. This thing lets you grenade the engines on downshift. So, oh boy, that's a good way to start a race for sure. I don't remember how many of each car we have. I think we have about 11 Cadillacs and 5 Kias, it looks like. All right, so that's correct. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Like I said, done a lot of laps this week. I feel ready to go. We're not going to be touching Farid. We've raced with him a bunch, plenty. Great guy, really good driver. We've raced with him at Daytona and other places before, plenty, and he's not one to make many mistakes or anything like that. So we're just going to try our best to get a podium out of this. If it's second, great. If it's third, great. You know, we just want to get to the end, not kill ourselves. Obviously, is the goal always here at the Nordschleife. Arturo is very fast. We haven't ever raced with Gene, I don't think so. We'll see how it goes, but we will get ready to rock and roll. Going to double check that my video is working smoothly. It is indeed. And let's get on the grid and we'll get ready to rock and roll. 4 laps here. Should be a lot of fun. Very excited to see how this one goes. We do have a faster pair, thankfully, but hopefully we don't need it. And we'll see how we do. So Farid, like I said, is going to be lights out, I'm sure. Probably won't even have to push, to be honest with you. So we'll see if we can just get out of here with a P2 and hopefully at least a podium and get some good ironing out of it, get some good points, and have some fun. So appreciate you all so much. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below if you're new. Don't want you to miss any of the action from anything else we do. iRacing Camaro content coming up in the summer, and PU Saturdays, and that's about all I got. So hope you enjoy this. If you're a PCC driver, go vote on the forums for the schedule. We got about 7-8 days left until schedule voting closes for season 3, and then we'll have our schedule. And that's it. So yeah, 4 laps around here. Should go by in just about 28 minutes. Knock on wood, pending everything goes smoothly, and then we'll be done. So let's get to it. Probably could be a first gear start. We'll probably start in second just to make sure we don't have anything stupid happen here early. It is quite a bit darker than it was in Q. Pretty sunny in Q. I'm kind of glad the overcast helps our sight a little bit. No sun glare. Here we go. Nice little gap to the cars behind. That'll help. Already an instant behind. Someone's had a mistake or a spin or a slide. Through turn 1, thankfully. And now let's settle in. Again, we're not going to be challenging Farid here, so no point in pushing too crazy hard to try to stay up on top of him. If we can stay close and get a little bit of draft, that's great, but he's going to be gone pretty quickly here, so not going to go too crazy here, do anything too funny. Just might get a little bit of a suck down these straights. 3 seconds now is the gap behind. Looks like Gene and Arturo are going to go battle for 3rd position, which is good for us. Make sure we get the nose in there, just a little bit of a brake drag. Just starting to get some tire pressure and some tire temperature now, so we can start to run a little bit more like normal race pace. Love this car track combo. Been quite a while since I've driven this. Again, I said we're going to get back in the Cadillac for a couple of weeks this season. Not all of them for sure, but couldn't pass up the Nordschleife. I always love racing here at the Nurburgring. Feel very confident here in most cars. And this is a fun combo, so. Looks like they're going to start to battle behind us. We already got 2 disconnects, so we're down to 14 from the 16 we started with. Actually, a pretty close battle for third there. A couple of cars all in their blanket, excuse me, Lawrence included. We've raced with Lawrence a lot as well in the past. A little bit deep in there. Thankfully we didn't die, didn't bottom out too badly. Again, not looking for any track records here. If we can just run kind of 4, 6, 55-ish laps, that'll be plenty enough. Side-by-side battle behind. Looks like Arturo's going to get that 3rd spot. See if he has the pace to come up and challenge us now after that. Good overtake though, it looked like. Still pretty tight for 3rd, 4th, 5th. Just starting to lose sight of Farid. We were joking in the qualifying session that if I could still see him end of the 1st lap down the long straight, that would be a success. Obviously, we can still see him at this point. The clouds won't help any. Doing well, though. We're doing okay. Still good. Again, such a great combo. Always fun to drive around the Nordschleife, but especially in a car that has a lot of grip, but you can still get away with tossing. You know, it's not ultimate, you know, grip, unlimited grip is what I'm trying to say. And the carousel first time. Get in there nice and easy. Nothing crazy. Don't spin out. Don't die. There's a couple of the guys behind being a little braver than myself. To be expected. Front tires will go off in 4 laps around here. Probably about midway through that 3rd lap, we'll start to feel some of the effects of front tire wear. If we don't slide the rears should be okay because there aren't a lot of high traction zones around here from like 2nd gear or no 1st gears or anything like that. But we're still going to want to obviously take care of them and manage them and not go too insane. Still can see Farid up there in the haze up ahead, not too far gone, not more than 50 seconds already or something. He'll probably win by 30 or so seconds over us if pace serves true. Through there nicely this corner, very easy to induce some oversteer, so we'll just take it nice and easy over the crest there with turn in. Don't want to have too much wheel input and spin out. Nice little blend there to make sure nose cuts, of course, through the Belloff S. Easy to overdrive this left-hander here, especially when the fronts wear out. Easy to just carry a little bit too much speed in there. 2nd carousel, very tricky in a car as long and as low to the ground as this. You can hear it bottom out there. Looks like a couple of guys behind have had trouble, including maybe Gene. But rounded long straight now, only about 6 seconds up ahead to Farid, so not too bad. Just barely see him up there through the haze. Might not come across on camera, but I can just barely see him, so technically we met that goal. Clay, it looks like, in the 8 car is up to 5th now, about 10 seconds behind us, so most of the field has survived this opening lap. We have a good gap, 6+ seconds. I think that's a good margin. And obviously we'll keep an eye on that subsequent lap, see if they're able to cut into us any at all, but I feel confident about our pace. That was a very good first lap for me. Very happy with it. We'll brake very, very late up here. Nice and easy. thread the needle, last corner, and that is one lap done already around the Nurburgring Nordschleife. So happy with that start. 6:52 is a great starting lap. A little bit of a shorter lap on the start there, but that's okay. Still happy with the pace. Obviously, we didn't make any mistakes. Knock on wood yet, we won't make any. A little bit too deep in there, but we managed to corral it without killing ourselves, which is great. It's tricky because the sight lines are a little bit better. Trying to talk and drive here for a technical bit. Sight lines with the cloud cover and the fog here are a little bit better than they would be in the really bright, really aggressive sunlight. Obviously, sun rays and shadows and stuff get weird like that, but the thing about this is that your overall visibility is lower, even though you're not dealing with the sun glare and stuff. So, flip of a coin. I think this is a little bit better. Obviously, some of the markers that you may use that are gray or whatever, that's a curb, maybe a little bit harder to see, but you're not dealing with blinding sun in front of you blocking the racetrack necessarily. So, could go either way. Some people like the cloud cover, some people like it when it's really clear and sunny, but I prefer this definitely to the weird sun rays that we got going on right now. Not a great first couple sectors here of the lap. Lost a little bit of time to the guys behind, not a ton. But we're still good. Better couple of sectors there. Still lost a little bit of time in the cars behind, but decided I need to shut up and focus there a little bit to make sure we ran some good corners. Not perfect through there, a little bit, again, too deep on the brakes. Slid the fronts just a little bit, but we're through, we're okay. Still, again, down a little bit to the cars behind, but still an okay lap. This is why you get that gap, so you can be okay losing a little bit of time and basically matching pace. For Reed, well and truly gone now, 9 seconds up ahead. Such a commitment corner in a car like this right there. This one as well. Gotta trust you're gonna put the car where it needs to be and drive through it. Obviously the carousel is pretty scary in basically any car. Not lose too much time there. Came out of the carousel a little bit too quickly. That's okay. We lived. We made it. Ooh, a little bit of a rear tire hop there. Almost died, but we're good. Caught it. Still a decent lap, about a second and a bit down from our previous lap, which is fine. Still a decent lap. Again, careful of the crest right here. Make sure we get through there nicely before we apply power. Again, just a little bit of a blend to make sure the nose cuts through the entry to bell off. Lost a little bit of time this lap, but still plenty good. Front's not quite to the point that they're worn, but we're starting to feel it through there. Very fast entry of that corner. Again, second carousel, very nice, very patient. Obviously easy to die and lose a bunch of time there. Better to give up a little bit. And on to the long straight to end lap 2. Looks like we're down about 4/10 to Arturo this lap, so not too bad. We gained a little bit of time on Lawrence once he fell off the back of Arturo. So we'll take that. 4/10 or so we've lost this lap to Arturo. We got 2 laps to go. Obviously you can do the math if I don't drive in the grass by myself like an idiot. Plenty of gap. We just got to put some more good laps together. For Reed, only up 11 seconds now, so he's pulling away, but not quite at the rate I think he could if he needed to. Almost money shifted the hell out of myself there. Still good. 6:53.6 is a decent lap. Starting to feel a little bit of that tire wear come into play, so we backed it down maybe 5 to 10%, not quite at full attack now. Again, we have our gap, we have our positioning. Just gotta not make any mistakes, not give up any big chunks of time. Obviously, coming to the last lap down the straight at the end, we gotta have more than about a second and a half of gap to feel safe from being away at a toe. Right now, obviously, we have that. Just got to put good sectors together still. Long way to go. About a lap and 3/4 or so. Been happy with the pace so far. It's been right where I expected. Like I said, if we could be sub 6:55, I felt good about that. Arturo may have made a slight mistake behind us and lost a little time. That helps. Go. Good sector there, slowest corner on the course. A little bit too deep there, a little bit wide run on the older tires. Again, it's not quite the same front grip we had, but we're still good. Got away with it. Didn't cost us more than about 2 or 3/10, so that's good. Still about 6 seconds back, which is awesome. Of course, there are Kias in this race. Like I said, 5 of them. Again, a lot of Kia laps around here for me as well, but not planning on doing any Kia this season. Just, you know, some of the racecraft lately, and that's that car for the series has turned me off. The Cadillac's not a lot better, but if you can get out in front of it, it's usually okay, which is why I prefer to drive this right now. We'll see. I'm not going to say never, but maybe we'll be back in the Kia at some point. Gene looks like it's gotten back up to either 4th or 5th. I know that Lawrence has been having some throughput issues or some blinking areas, so looks like Gene is back in 5th. Not the best sector there for me. A couple more tenths lost. Not perfect. Still okay though. 3rd time into the carousel. Again, nice and easy. Just want to make sure you get in there. Don't kill yourself through it or out. That's a success if you can do that. Still good. Still hanging right about that 5-second gap behind, which is plenty. If we're 3+ going to the last lap, I feel good. Front tires just starting to go off, like I said, about halfway through this 3rd lap. Starting to lose some of that front grip. The initial bite for turn-in is just not quite there like it was the first couple laps. That's okay, we know that. Key obviously not to beat yourself, drag it too much, go too crazy. Car still has good grip, good performance. You just gotta limit yourself a little bit and be patient. Third time through the Beloff S, again pretty good. Definitely gonna have to back this one up now with the front tire wear. Make sure we get the nose turned in here. We do nicely, don't slide too much. Owen has given up after he was trying to money shift it and warm up like we saw. A little bit sloppy there through the 2nd carousel, but we made it. Right about 5 seconds back to Arturo now. 17 up ahead to Farid. He's run a great lap again this lap. He's put another 6 and a bit seconds on us, so he's going to take the white flag here and start the final lap for the field. 5 seconds right on the money back to Arturo, so he's gained just over 1 second this lap. I feel good about that. I feel like we can replicate this most recent lap and have one more good one. Knock on wood again. Hopefully we make no mistakes and we can check this one off. So we've gotten 3 good ones down. We just gotta have one more solid one and we should be okay. Should be another sub 655, I would think. Alright, white flag, credit one bank, sponsor me please. 654.99, just barely under 655, but we'll take that. Just sliced my thumb on something very sharp on the back of my wheel, cut me ever so slightly, but it doesn't feel like it's bleeding or anything, so that means we're good. No red means good, right? Of course. Just under 5 seconds is our margin, plenty of gap. Just be nice and patient, nice and conservative, get through this last lap. Front tire's definitely worn out now. In my testing, they were down to about low 90, maybe the left front, high 80s, 88, 89, but low 90, like 91, 92 for the right front. Through there pretty decently. Gap down to 4 seconds to Arturo. Again, that magic number, if we're plus about 1.5 or more, won't be able to draft down to us on the last straight, so still in good shape. Definitely probably a little bit of better pace than I've had. Not sure if, again, he's made any mistakes or had any errors, but Gene, that gap that Gene gave us there of about 4 or 5 seconds in that first lap, definitely coming in clutch here for us. That's a big part of our margin right now, so that's why you put in the Q lap. That's why you try to get ahead and get the track position for sure. Field's starting to spread out just a little bit now. Looks like everybody behind is pretty spread out for the most part. Nice and conservative, nothing too crazy there. Still good. Pretty decent lap actually, only down about 2/10 from the best lap, which was lap number 2 technically, because the first lap doesn't count. Just about halfway through this lap here, down a second and a bit to the car behind, but that's okay. Again, nothing stupid, just stay nice and smooth. Not do anything crazy to beat ourselves, and we'll be just fine. There we go. Still have to push a little bit, can't just mail it in completely and be down 5 seconds, obviously. But we have some nice gap to just make sure we nail all our markers. Three and a half is the mark. Still doing all right. We knew Arturo was fast, so we're good. Nice and smooth into the carousel for the 4th time. Just barely got to stick in there, which is great. A little better exit this time will help. Keep us right about that 3-second margin. Actually a little better that time than Arturo behind through the carousel, it looks like. Made it 3 or 4 tenths. Not too many corners here to go. Got good margin. Looks like unfortunately Nathan Fletcher died. See him in Cadillacs from time to time. Again, nice little lift into Beloff. Make sure we get the nose to cut. Just over 3 seconds is our gap. Only about 4 more braking zones to go. Again, make sure we don't overdrive this here. Nice and smooth, nice easy turn in. Front tires will hook up eventually. There we go. Smoothly through the second carousel. Only 2.5 seconds back to Arturo, but that's plenty. Basically 2 more brake zones here. We'll come on the long straight. Looks like he may have overpushed slightly and lost a little bit of time, but still going to be under 3 seconds. Great race, everyone. That was awesome. And we got just 1 more big corner braking zone to go. 3 seconds of margin. Pretty happy with this lap. You see there on the dash, just 2/10 down from our first lap, so it should be another sub 6:55. And we're going to need every bit of it, because if we were over 6:55 or even a little bit slower, but under 6:55 on those laps, we would not be taking home P2. So just got to get through this last chunk here and we'll be good. We are definitely working on some good precision right now. Been very happy with my pace and execution the last several weeks. Great start to the season, and we will take home a P2 in the Cadillac at the Nurburgring. Always very happy with that. Sub 6:54. Awesome job. Very happy. Very, very happy with that. Probably had the speed for third, but again, got that track position, got out ahead, and got some gap, and that was the difference. Sprite paint scheme for Arturo there looks very good. Lawrence is going to come home for fourth. Gene will survive and recover for fifth. Although 33 seconds back, must have been some incidents on the last lap there. Again, we'll just cruise around here for a little bit. We gotta wait for results anyways. And again, there are gonna be some Kias that are well behind, so. Yeah, we've got about 2 minutes yet until most of the field finishes, so. I'll get through this section up here before Lawrence catches us, but started P2, finished P2, great result. I feel really good about where we're at right now. We're making good pace in pretty much everything. Obviously, we won the Cadillac last time out at Summit. Very happy with this drive here today. P2 is great. Very pleased with how we're clicking along right now. The Ford GT2 stuff is feeling awesome. I feel very comfortable and very fast where we're at there. The steps I've been building with those minor tweaks have been awesome. The first Clio race didn't go great, but we have another one planned at Charlotte that you'll see. I still feel good about our pace and how we've been running. We'll see what the result brings, but hopefully we continue to have fun in that. Again, PCC voting going on for just over another week. And yeah, I'm trying to think of what else we could talk about to wrap this up, since we still got, you know, another minute and a bit here till all the cars have finished up. Just cruising. But yeah, very happy with that. It was pretty hard work. 4 laps around here is not a cakewalk by any means, but another 0x is awesome. Very pleased with that. Anytime you come again to the Nurburgring and you get 0x is awesome. I usually make one minor error, just, you know, getting used to whatever car we're driving here, but no errors today, no mistakes. Very, very pleased with that. And again, second was the maximum and we achieved it, so. Congrats to Fareed, just a great drive. Just so fast in this Cadillac, definitely untouchable. We've had some good races before where we've battled with him, but we haven't beaten him in quite a while. We beat him once or twice, you know, back before he was, you know, 5,000 level A's now, but of late, of recently, you know, we saw him the last couple seasons that we drove Cadillac. He's been pretty dang lights out, so. We'll just park right over here. Nobody coming. Escape out. We'll watch the last couple of cars finish. I think this is the last one. Coming up towards the last couple of corners, and then we'll get our results, which is awesome. Good success. Very pleased with that. Again, we'll probably get a little bit of good ironing out of this. Definitely a successful race. There's our last car finishing. Get our results in, our incident points. Nicholas in the 6 car had 0x. Jeff in the 11 car had 0x. So they finished 6.6 and 3.6 in the Kias. We were the only Cadillac with 0x, which is great. Arturo just had the 1, so really, really good drive by him behind us. Lawrence behind him with 2, so very good drive, very successful. Only 2 for Fareed as well, probably just obviously pushing the limits, going way faster than we are. Let's go check out our results. We'll hopefully get here shortly. Maybe. Always a waiting game at the Nurburgring. There we go. Official results. Plus 22 ironing. Great mark. Again, give us a little bit of buffer to that 4K, so hopefully we won't just lose immediately. For Reed's race laps there, his best one is 6:47.9. So again, his Q lap was like 6:43 or something absurd. 6:47.9 is still flying. Obviously, the maximum I felt like I could do if I pushed 100% through caution to the wind was like 6:49. Like I said, the Q lap was 6:51, and that's what Arturo did behind us. So he had a little more pace than we did, especially on that fourth lap there. He made up about not quite 3 seconds. So, but that was good. That was good fun. I enjoyed that a lot. It was a success, obviously, and always good to get out here with good positive iRacing and a safe race. So, hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below. Don't want to miss any of the action coming up. I hope you enjoyed the ranking all the oval tracks yesterday. Road courses will be coming up in a week or so. Not exactly sure what day, but sometime next week we'll have the road course version of ranking all those since they're doing so well. I really enjoyed making them. So hope you enjoyed the oval one from yesterday. Go check it out if you hadn't seen it already. Porsche Unleashed on Saturday. More iRacing content coming up the next couple days, and that'll be that. So hope you all have a wonderful day. Until next time, as always. If I can click on the damn thing. Bye.